But we begin today with Aaron Judge, who hit numbers 56 and 57 last night against Boston and Fenway. Judge is now 20 home runs clear of his closest pursuer, Kyle Schwarber. This is the first time since 1928 when Babe Ruth, yeah, that Babe Ruth, was 23 homers ahead of Jim Bottomley and Hack Wilson, that any player has been 20 ahead of the next guy. Wilbon, what does this say to you?
I think, Tony, the first thing it says to me is that there aren't a lot of great home run hitters in baseball now. I mean, I know Stanton, his teammate now, is in the league, but Stanton's hurt all the time. So, you get tired of waiting on him. And he's prolific. He may hit 60 next year. I mean, he's got that in him. But for the most part, Tony, I look at Kyle Schwarber, one of my favorite players in many, many years. I love Kyle Schwarber, but Kyle Schwarber is not just a home run hitter. He's not a guy who's going to go out there and have 600 plate appearances in a year. But he's efficient. He can hit home runs. But in terms of mashers, I mean, is there somebody out there like Aaron? Is there somebody out there like Mays? Is there somebody out there? You don't have those guys like Sammy Sosa, a more recent vintage. There aren't those guys out there, Tony. So Judge is just seemingly out there by himself to be talked about, and no one else is in his orbit. Not this season.
So my reaction is somewhat similar to yours, that I am reluctant to believe that Aaron Judge is 20 home runs better than everybody else. And I understand getting a 57 in mid-September is almost unprecedented.
It is.
But I'm also thinking, where are the other guys? By now, a couple of guys should have between 40 and 45. But let me say this about Judge. He's now hitting 310, Mike.
Yeah.
He's going wild as a hitter. We talked about Paul Goldschmidt winning the Triple Crown in the National League. Aaron Judge is much closer to it in the American League. He's number one in home runs. He's number one in RBI. And he's 9 points back. Is it Minnesota's Luis Ariz? He's got a few people he's got to pass, but he's only 9 points back. Mike, I'm an Ohtani guy. I believe Ohtani is the MVP. But if Aaron Judge wins the Triple Crown and goes 62 or over, he's the MVP.
Let me just say this real quick.
Mike, it would be the greatest season of all time if he did that.
It's up there. Tony, you know how we talk about Federer and Nadal and Djokovic getting old and a new crop coming to replace them? That hasn't really happened in baseball, where you have like Miggy Cabrera and Pujols. I mean, there's some great, those guys are all-time hitters, but they're 40. I mean, they're old. And so Judge has a stage, not to himself, but maybe kind of, sort of, but still. Look, I know how great Ohtani is, but if I had to vote today, and it could change, we got a couple of weeks, I think my vote would be for Judge for MVP. I think it would.